beautiful people, my name is Bridget, this is Zatchel, and welcome back to my channel. Hope you're having an awesome day. Don't reject my love. And today's video is going to be about the worst makeup products that I tried in 2019. Now, I know 2019 is not quite yet over. We're still in December, the last month of it, but I don't see myself trying too many more products this month because there's nothing coming out that's really intriguing to me. So today we're going to go over my worst products of 2019, at least as far as I can remember. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get to today's video. Alright guys, before we get started, I'll make one of these channels cruelty-free, so all the products I'm mentioning in today's video, and these are my own personal opinions. These products did not work out for me, but if they work out for you, I'm really glad because no one wants to waste their money on products that they don't like. So, let's go ahead and get started. The first thing is something I recently tried and recently threw away because it was terrible, and it is the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Sponge. So the Pretty Fresh concealer is beautiful. I love it very much. But in my least favorite products of this month, of my most least favorites and fails, I mentioned the Pretty Fresh Sponge. It's a really small little sponge for concealer to match the Pretty Fresh concealer, but it's just not good. It's just really dense and it doesn't want to blend out anything, so I really did not like that sponge. Next up is the Uoma concealer. I bought the Uoma foundation first and I fell in love. I love the Uoma foundation. It's beautiful and it looks fantastic and it wears really well too. But the Uoma concealer was just not it. I have a full review on it. It is just not my favorite thing ever. Honestly, it just looked terrible. There was no coverage. It did not want to blend under my eyes, and every setting powder I used with it had a different reaction. I was just not about it whatsoever. So I ended up returning that concealer. Not a fan, but I love the foundation, so I'm surprised I didn't like the concealer to match it. Next up is the Tarte Big Ego Mascara. I love Tarte. I love how boring they are. But this Tarte Big Ego Mascara comes in a hot pink tube. Ugh. It's bad, you guys. It's bad. It's like they forgot to put product in the tube. I've heard one or two people say they like it, but then I'm wondering, like, how many other mascaras have you used? Because this is like a terrible mascara. The first time I used it, I loved it. Right? It was beautiful. Literally less than a week then from me opening it, it was so dry and it looked like there was no product in the tube. Like you would pull the wand out and it would look naked of product. So I don't know if maybe they just slapped some mascara around the wand and an empty tube and stuck it in there, because the first time I used it, I liked it. But it was just not it. It's like they forgot to put product in the tube. I really did not like it whatsoever. Next up is something a lot of big beauty gurus love, and a lot of people on the Anastasia Beverly Hills PR list loves, but it was not for me. I also did a video on this as well. And it is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Eyelid Primer. It does nothing for you that a concealer won't. It dries down too fast, gives you no time to work with it, and it's a little bit hard to squeeze out of tube, honestly. Like squeezing the tube, it's a little bit difficult. But honestly, a cut crease concealer, like a regular concealer for cut creases, or a cut crease canvas from Makeup Revolution, they all do the exact same thing that this eyelid primer does. It does nothing spectacular unless you're going to put it all over your lid using a sponge. That's the best way I would say to use it, but definitely using it for a cut crease and everything, it dries down too fast. There's no playtime with it, and I didn't find it anything spectacular. So the eyelid primer for me, they come in a mini size. That's what I bought, the $12 one, and then the $24 full size, like there's no need. Like, I want to try the P. Louise thing because I feel like it inspired the squeezy tube of eyelid primers. I want to try that, but the Anastasia one just was not for me. It dried down so fast, I had no time to play with it, and it's just a concealer that happens to be a little bit bright. Next up is the Juvia's Place foundation, and I'm not talking about the Juvia's Place stick foundation. I reviewed both these foundations this year, and I actually like the stick foundation. It looks really gross around the outside. It looks like it's old or something, but the stick foundation formula I quite like. It is the regular liquid foundation formula from Juvia's Place I found to cling to every dry patch on my face and enhance texture, and it didn't really wear well throughout the day. I don't know why I can't talk today. I don't know what's going on. I can't talk. I did bite the inside of my cheek earlier and it's not helping. But the Juvia's Place liquid foundation, not for me whatsoever. Did not like it. So many people like it, but you know, I was working also when this came out and a lot of people returned it. One, because you can't see the shade through the tube. Like, and the box doesn't show you the shade either. It just tells you the shade name. Like, you can't see the foundation color in the bottle. That's a huge mistake because if you're ordering online, there's no way to get the right shades. The undertones for this foundation too is also really weird. The shade range is great, but the undertones are weird, and then you can't see the color through the tube, so you're buying a guess, hoping it's the right shade for you. And I found the formula not very good, so not for me whatsoever, but a lot of people bought it just because it was Juvia's Place. And if it works for you, great. Like, great, but it didn't work for me. While we're talking about foundations, let's talk about the biggest disappointment to me this year, and no one else talked about it. And it is the Suic'de London foundation. I love Suic'de London. I think they're an amazing company. I love a lot of their products. But this foundation, the Extraordinary foundation they came out with, first of all, the shade range sucks for fair skin. Like, the deeper complexions are usually pretty warm on that end, but they do have a good selection, just probably so there wasn't a controversy about it, honestly. But, and the medium shades are fine too, but there is no fair option. They sent me the whole PR little kits where you got 3 full-size foundations and all the rest were like little mini ones, and even the lightest mini one was still really dark for me. It was really not a good match. They don't have any fair complexions in that line, and honestly the foundation was not a pretty finish. I didn't like anything about it. Like, I tried to wear the lightest little sample one they sent, and it still just didn't look great. I really saw every little fine line on my face. It just enhanced everything and didn't really wear that well either. So bad shade range, and just not a great formula, but I really wanted to like it and the packaging was cute. Next up is the Makeup Revolution Chocolate Elixir Duo. So this is a cute little chocolate bar thingy with like a little highlighter that's like pinky, then a highlighter that's like champagne-y. It's a little duo, and they have some that have bronzers on one side and highlighters on the other. I think they have one that has blush on one side too. This just wasn't it for me. It was really hard pan from the start. Now, it was a $7 little chocolate bar thing, and it was very cute, but you bought it for the packaging. The highlighters inside just couldn't get blinding for me. I even tried to remove the top layer, so like the highlighter maybe underneath to be fresh, like maybe the top layer was just kind of hard, and I revealed the next layer and it was still just really didn't do it for me. It took so much building to get a decent looking highlight, and even then there wasn't too much base pigment to it. It was more like just like glittery highlight that you could get to show up with a lot of layers, but there wasn't too much base to it to like make it like glow from within. It was just kind of like a sheen over top of your skin. So I don't know, it just wasn't for me. The packaging was so cute and the colors with like a pinky and a champagne, super cute duo. I would totally buy again if the formula was actually blinding and maybe more metallic instead of like sheer glittery. Next up is something that maybe some people would like. I did not. So this is the Wet n Wild before the whole cruelty-free controversy they had this year, because apparently they're not. Or maybe they are, because I don't know how I feel about them yet. Like, honestly, if you're cruelty-free, let me know how you feel about Wet n Wild. I don't like the hiding that it was in China thing. I don't know if they're actually testing on animals or not. I don't know. But just let me know how you feel about that whole thing down below. But this is a Purple Haze blush by Wet n Wild. It's a purple blush. I never owned a purple blush before. I was like, huh, this is different. I'm purple usually, so maybe I'll like this product. I did not like this product. It kind of looked like a bruise. Like, when you first build it up, it's kind of hard to see, and then when you build it up so it's actually visible on your skin, it looked like a bruise. Like, it looked kind of gray. I mean, it's a purple, right? But I just kind of expected like a purpley flush, like a really cute like fairy moment. It didn't look like that. It was like a gray purple kind of bruisey color on your face. It looks like something you would want to color correct out. So this blush for me, I know why it was on clearance at Target that time, because it just wasn't it. It just wasn't it. I wanted it to be it, but it wasn't. And lastly is something some people might not agree with me with, but if you tried it, you know. It's the Jeffree Star Cosmetics lip liners. Ugh. The Jeffree Star Cosmetics lip liners are so freaking drying to your lips. If you just wear the lip liner all around your lips, it's like the Sahara Desert. It is like sucking the life out of your lips. And you can try other people's reviews too. See people who actually bought it themselves, didn't receive it in PR, don't have an affiliation with Jeffree Star Cosmetics. They suck the life out of your lips. Like, it's so drying. It's very painful. I reviewed them and then I have not touched them since because, oh my gosh, it was like a devastating time and I really wanted to just exfoliate myself afterwards. And yeah, I probably used the Jeffree Star lip scrub because the Jeffree Star lip scrubs are good. And nothing against Jeffree Star products, but not all of them are good just because they're Jeffree Star. I know people hate hearing that because some people praise his guts. But the lip liners, oh my gosh, they were so drying. They were so drying, it hurts. You can ask me, and you also can watch Pop Lux's or Nady's video on it too, because he had the same experience. Usually when I have a bad experience with Jeffree Star product and everyone else is like, it's amazing, I go to Nady's channel when he reviews it, and he usually agrees with me because he's an honest person. So yeah, the lip liners was just not it for me. Anyways, you guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. Sorry it was really negative, but I just wanted to share my worst products of 2019 with you guys. I think the worst ones are the Jeffree Star lip liners and the Tarte Big Ego mascara. That's what I'm going to say from this list, because those two things were like really bad. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I'd love to hear your worst product down below, and also your best one. Let's leave a little bit of positivity down there, because like I feel like this is a really negative video, but that's kind of what you clicked on it for. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. If you're not subscribed already, I'd love to have you here. It's free and stuff, and I'll see you next time. Bye.